Welcome to video lecture session 3 on electrochemistry part 1. Myself Dr. Sanjeev Rai Passi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Government First Aid College, Yelahanka, Bangalore, would like to present this session. In this session, we discuss definition for transport number, relationship between transport number, ionic mobility and equivalent conductance, determination of transport number of a cation by moving boundary method, and also abnormal transport number and causes. Coming to the definition of transport number, it is defined as the fraction of the total current carried by an ion. It is given as T plus or Tc, T subscript C, which is equal to current carried by the cation by total current passed. Similarly, transport number of an anion T minus or Ta is given as current carried by an anion by total current. Suppose if U plus and U minus are the ionic mobilities of cation and anion respectively, transport number of a cation T plus is given as U plus by U plus plus U minus, and transport number of an anion T minus is given as U minus by U plus plus U minus. Here U plus is ionic mobility of a cation and U minus is ionic mobility of an anion. Next, let us go to understand the method of determination of transport number of a cation by moving boundary method. Before going into the details or procedure, let us try to understand the principle. This method involves observation of the actual movement of ions under the influence of an applied potential. A sharp boundary exists between two solutions and the rate of movement of which helps in calculating the transport number. Okay, coming to the procedure part, in order to determine the transport number of a cation like H plus using hydrochloric acid HCl, which is taken as principal electrolyte. Here you can see in the diagram HCl, a principal electrolyte, and cadmium chloride, which we have taken here in the down portion, which may be chosen as the indicator electrolyte. And the cathode is an inert metal like platinum, while the anode is a thick rod made of cadmium. The electrical connections are completed through a variable resistance and a coulometer. Now, electric current is made to flow through the solution when chloride ions move towards the anode, that is towards cadmium. Hydrogen ions followed by cadmium ions, Cd2 plus ions, move towards the cathode, that is platinum. Now what happens? The boundary between the two solutions, that is HCl and cadmium chloride, actually initially it was at AA dash, moves upward from AA dash to BB dash. Let the total amount of electricity passing through the electrolyte be Q Faradays, capital Q Faradays. Then the transport number of cation, that is H plus, is given by the formula L into A into C by 1000 Faradays. Here L is the distance moved by the cation, that is H plus, in meters, and A is area of cross section of the tube, that is A meter square, and C is concentration of the principal electrolyte, that is HCl, in moles per dm3. Now Q is the total amount of electricity passing through the electrolyte. This can be obtained from the mass of the metal deposited on the coulometer made of silver or copper. So it is actually calculated as current in amperes multiplied to time in seconds divided by 96,500 in terms of Faraday's unit. Or the other way around, you can also calculate the amount of electricity passed Q by using the formula Q equals W by E, where W is the weight of silver or copper deposited in coulometer in grams, and E is the gram equivalent of silver or copper. So by way of this, finally transport number of H plus or T plus is calculated by using the formula L into A into C by 1000 into Q. So once transport number of a cation T plus or H plus is found by this method or moving boundary method, the transport number of anion can be easily determined by simple mathematical manipulation, that is T minus equals 1 minus T plus. Since we know that already T plus T minus equals 1, once we know the value of T plus, T minus can be easily determined. Next, let us try to understand the relationship between transport number and ionic conductance. So transport number of a cation T plus is expressed in terms of ionic conductance as lambda naught plus by lambda naught m, where lambda naught plus is ionic conductance of a cation at zero concentration or infinite dilution, and lambda naught m is molar conductance of an electrolyte at zero concentration or infinite dilution. Similarly, transport number of an anion is given by the formula lambda naught minus by lambda naught m. As before, lambda naught minus is the ionic conductance of an anion at zero concentration or at infinite dilution, and lambda naught m is molar conductance at zero concentration or infinite dilution. If you just add transport number of a cation T plus and transport number of an anion T minus, then sum of these two, you will get the value as 1. T plus and T minus finally gives you what? The value 1. Next, let us go to causes for abnormal transport number. See, what is the meaning of abnormal transport number? The abnormal transport number is defined as the decrease in transport number as the concentration and temperature of the electrolyte increases. Let us try to understand a little bit detail. Generally, the transport number, or otherwise called as transference number, increases with increase in concentration of the solution and temperature. But in case of cadmium iodide, transport number of cadmium 2 plus ion at higher concentration shows abnormal behavior. That means transport number of CD2 plus decreases with increase in concentration. In other words, CD2 plus ion moves towards anode. This is because of the formation of a complex ion CdI4 2 minus. It is in the form of an anion and hence it moves towards anode uh, at fairly concentrated solution. And you can clearly see in this chart, in case of HCl, with increase in concentration, that is at 0.01, 0.02, 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, you can observe the values. So transport number is getting increased with increase in concentration. But in case of cadmium iodide, you observe it in the chart, transport number gradually decreases, and at higher concentration it is very low. It is about 0.003. So this abnormal behavior is because, as I explained earlier, at higher concentration, cadmium iodide forms a complex anion CdI4 2-, and hence it moves towards anode. Thank you.